Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you can see here, this is HP Convertible X360 laptop, touch enabled. As you can see, this one goes 360 degree, but recently somehow the actual digitizer is broken. As you can see, there is a kind of crack. Okay, that's the one. All right, this is HP Pavilion X360. So now changing the actual screen. The screen is absolutely fine. When I turn on, it turns on, but the touch somehow is broken. It does work, part of it, but it looks so old. So now it's easy to change the screen, but think about the cost. It's super expensive, right? So in that point, we can replace the only digitizer. Most of the videos that I've seen, they change the actual screen, and this is the one. Is actual digitizer, comes with two connectors. So what we're going to do today, instead of changing the actual panel, the complete panel, we're just going to replace that one. This is quite difficult. It's not like phone, first thing is need to take out the actual panel, separate the actual LCD, and then from the bezel we need to pull out this glass, which is attached to the mid frame with super strong adhesive. That's the kind of pain. So we don't need too many tools. I'm going to show you how to do that. The first thing, the key point for this repair is your patience and follow the procedure step by step. So let's start and replace that and save the money. So now, as you can see here, this is double-sided tape. I got safety goggles. I have safety goggles because I definitely need it, because the actual glass is quite fragile, and the tweezer and flat tool, plus this plastic card. Okay, this plastic card does help to segregate these adhesive from the mid frame and the hair dryer. So this one we're going to use later on. First, our job to take this screen out. So how are we going to do that? This one doesn't have any screw. You don't need heat or any kinds of temperature. What we need is simple flat tool. So start from any side. Can you see there is a red and black? In between red and black there is a gap. If you just pull out a little bit, it's going to come out. Yeah, good. It's coming out slowly. Yeah. Good. And this is the last. Good. Can you see how simple it is? Okay, so now the actual paint start. Okay, there are two connectors. One of them the touch, which is that one, and this is the actual display connector for the LCD. And this display connector comes from here, from the inside, and then it turns into converted to the flat, flex cable. And then, so first make a separation in between the glue. As you can see, this is already came out. Might be your one is too difficult, so make sure you use kind of these things, plastic card. And again, there is a glue point. Can you see kind of a tape to keep the connector steady? So instead of pulling this out, because if you pull it out, you're going to damage you're going to damage the actual part of the screen. Okay, which one would lead you the screen doesn't work, because this part is very sensitive. All the circuits and everything is right here. So what I do, I always cut it very gently. Okay, if your hand is steady, just cut it through with the sharp blade or something like that. And then, as you can see now, and then take out the latch very carefully. Can you see that? Now pull this out. Okay, it's very difficult to show you into the video, but still I'm going to try my best to bring it out. Okay, can you see that this one separated? Okay, good. And then now we need to take out this touch panel connector, which is right here. try it from the side very gently. Good. Okay, so we don't need to touch anything from right here. Whatever we see, this is now part of our job, so I'm gonna just keep it on the side. Now we must need to take out this screen panel because the screen is very sensitive, and while we put pressure and try to pull the broken glass out, that might damage the actual thing. Okay, so now let's take out all the screws that you can see. This actual screen attached to this mid frame with heavy adhesive, very strong one. We must need to find a way to separate it. Okay, this side is done. Alright, so the actual screen already separated without any damage. There is no sign of damage, so keep it on the side. And now I'm going to leave it on the side as well. Right. So finally this one came out. Okay, so we must need to clean this bezel properly. This is a kind of pad, we don't need. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a clean with some adhesive remover, or PCB cleaner also does help. You need to put some tape in here. Don't put any fingerprint on it. What you need to do, you're just gonna apply like this sort of tape. This is okay now. Make sure the connector is free. So we're gonna start from the top. Check, Sunny. No way. That's the most important things. We can't leave it like that. It needs to go in. Yeah, it's going good. Now this side. This connector needs to be in here. Good. This one also needs to be in. Good. Fine. So now the actual panel, I'm not going to touch inside just to keep it clean. Fine. Can you see the holes? Must need to match, you know. Alright, now we're going to put back all the screws into the place. Two of them first. If you put too much heat on it, it's gonna change the screw hole position, which is quite funny. This seems this into the place anyway. All right. Good. Okay, so now the most important job. Let's double check. Seems it's fine. All right. I'm gonna put some kinds of tape just to keep it covered, you know, for the safety reason. We don't have to, but it's better to do it. Just safety measures. Good. It's going to give us some difficulty, obviously, at the bottom gap, because you know there is a kind of clip because of too much heat. It's already melted down, so we're going to reapply some heat just to bring it to the position. Seems just fitted. Now we're going to turn it on and check if everything is fine or not. Yeah, as you can see, this is turning on. As you can see, the touch is working, so we're going to check. I don't know what is the pin is. It says incorrect, which is fine. It's absolutely working. So the key point is to repair this phone is no easy job, honestly. This is a kind of pain, and honestly, if you don't know how to do it, it's going to be very difficult. Let me tell you some weak points. If you attempt it, before you attempt, you must need to know the bezel, where is the touch digitizer attached, is super sensitive. The melting temperature is very low. If you apply like 70-80 degrees Celsius, it's going to be melt, because you know the actual bezel got all the hooks and anchors to keep it to the back panel, you know. So that's the first thing. Second thing is the adhesive is super strong. You know, if you try, you must need to apply the heat. There is no other way. When you try it very carefully. And if you do have any question regarding this X360 model, convertible one, please make sure you leave it in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.